What's good with y'all, man? We just got done with our morning walk, so let's get straight to it. Doing it smart is infinitely better than trying to force it. A lot of people try to force a situation because they really want something. This goes back to like being a slave to your own desires. People can't fathom the idea of not being able to get something when they want it, regardless of their situation. A lot of people choose to ignore the situation they're in right now just to get something, just to say, oh, I have it, like this is mine, I got this, you ain't got this though, you ain't got this. It all becomes a game of bragging and showing off on who's doing better in life. But unfortunately, you'll start to realize that a lot of that is fake. A lot of people are putting in more effort trying to show off what they have versus actually keeping their head down and making it happen the right way. And I understand, dude, doing it smart, like it sucks. It sucks keeping your head down, being in an environment with everyone around you got crazy cars. Everyone got an M3, Hellcat, Mercedes-Benz, out like all types of crazy cars, and you in like in a beater car. I'm not in a beater car. I drive a 2010 Acura, and I say all this because recently I've been thinking about getting a new car. It's a 2010 Acura. It's a hand-me-down from my mom, already paid off, like, and it's reliable. It's a Honda. Like, I ain't got to worry about it being in the shop for 6 months and having these crazy payments. Like, the only thing I really had to do was like two things. My tire popped one time. That was crazy. I had to get a whole set of tires fixed, and then my AC broke, and that was like a band. Other than that, within the last 4 years and some change, my car's been running smooth. 140K miles on it too. I can definitely push an extra 60K out of that thing before I have to start Flintstoning my way around to school and home and stuff. But yeah, that's the car I drive now. And right now, I really want to upgrade. Like, I'm thinking of getting a car that's like a mixture of like reliable but looks brand new. Because best believe, if I'm getting a new car, I'm not getting like a 2012. Like, I'm not getting a minor upgrade. Like, I'm getting something crazy to like withhold for the next 5 years minimum, right? So I've been talking to my friend who is not only a car dealer but also a car guy, which is kind of a bad idea because he be putting me on the cars that like aren't necessarily reliable, but they look cool and they sound cool. But like, it's just not where I'm at. I'm not where I want to be at in life to like make that happen. Because my homie, the same homie, he's got an M3 and he let me drive it a few times. And I was like, man, after driving it, getting behind the wheel, hearing that shit roar, I was like, man, like I need this. Like, I was hella motivated. I was putting money aside to get something similar. And then I look at it and like knowing my situation, like, dude, like I can't afford that. I cannot afford that. Like, obviously with including the fact that I got my own crib. Like, I live in an apartment by myself, and it's through the roof, dog. So that right there alone was enough for me to always consider or reconsider, like, yo, do I really want this? Do I really need this? Because every time I thought of doing something, I was like, oh, but you got to pay rent at the end of this month, and that shit is not no joke, seriously. So unfortunately, that was like the deciding factor on like if I wanted something. I was always like, damn, do I really need these shoes? Do I really need this? Do I really need a new car? I really don't need a new car. Like I said in the beginning, I just want one. I really want one, but you'll never catch me compromising my character, compromising my finances, or compromising anything about me just to show off, like, oh, I got this new car, I'm doing better than everyone else. Because that's how people start screwing themselves over. A lot of people don't understand how buying a car really works. Like, it's more than just you just go over there, you choose out a car, and then you both agree on how much you're going to pay every month. Because that is crazy alone. I couldn't imagine having my rent payment on top of a $600 car note every month. People don't even think that far. I was watching this video last night, and it was this dad. He was talking about how his son, he got his dream car at my age. He was like 22, 21, something like that. And he was talking about like, oh, his dream car was like a Chrysler 300. His car note was like $600, almost $700. And he's like, obviously he doesn't have his own spot. He's like living with his parents and stuff. And like shit like that always confused me as to why you would just agree with doing that to yourself. But it all goes back to like, oh, you're just doing it to just like impress, or just to, even if you're not there to impress. Because a lot of people can make the argument like, I don't care about people's opinions. You keep saying that. I'm not trying to impress nobody. That's fine. It's either one of the two. Either people are always trying to impress other people, or you're trying to just force it onto yourself. Like, yeah, like even if you don't care about validation from other people, some people were like, oh, I just did it for me, just to make myself happy. But oftentimes that's just as bad, if not worse, than you trying to impress other people, because you're putting yourself in a situation you can't maintain just to make yourself feel happy. And sooner or later, you'll realize how dumb that is. You know what I'm saying? So going back to the situation, you being in that situation where you're paying crazy triple-digit numbers, $600-700 for a car payment every month on top of other responsibilities, it just doesn't make sense, dude. Just do it smart. Like, be smart with your money, man. Because like right now is the biggest time to hear this, dude. Because they are getting ready to go crazy on us. They are getting ready to make sure we make the minimum amount of money possible, on top of not being able to do anything else but just stick in the house. Seriously. So you trying to like force your way, like, no, like I need to go on a vacation every year. I need to get this new purse. I need to get this expensive jacket. I need to get this new whip so I can flex on these people. It's like, it's just not going to help you. It's really not going to help you. And a lot of people just don't even pay attention to that stuff long term. Like when you go to a car dealership and you shake the dude's hand and you agree to paying $700 a month for 84 months. It's like, dog, what are you doing? And they have the nerve to complain and blame the education system and blame everyone but themselves when they realize they're paying like $70,000 for like a 2007 Camry with 100K miles. Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, you have the nerve to get upset at everyone but yourself. So that's why I'm here explaining, like, yo, in situations like that, it's cool to just thug it out. I promise you. Let me be the one to tell you, it's okay to have a busted up Camry right now. It's okay to have a car that gets you from point A to point B and doesn't have any crazy issues. Like, you're able to go about your business and not have to cough up a lung or be on a loan. Like, I've never in my life, now, in the past and future, do I see myself taking out a loan to get a car. Like, if I can't pay it in cash or at least lease it or do something smart with it, like, I'm just not going to get it. It's that simple. Like I said, I did want a new car, but if it's not the car, if I can't get the specific car I want, the exact car I want, with the exact spec, the exact wheels, with everything I want at that exact moment, I'm going to thug it out with the car I have now. Like, I'm just not going to compromise my character. Like, oh, I don't care. I'll just figure it out after I get the car. Like, that's so silly to me. So it's just about being smart, man. I promise you. Like, let me be the one to tell you that just thugging it out and being smart and just keeping your head down until it's all figured out is way better than you just saying, fuck it. But you can make the argument too, you know what I'm saying? You only live once and da-da-da-da, go ahead. Like, I'm not here to force you to move and act the way I act and move. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all just suggestions on here. But realistically, the best way, especially in this economy, the way society is now, dog, to really help yourself in the long term financially, because like I said, a lot of people's goals at the end of the day is financial independence. But doing stuff like this, like all these stories I'm telling you about, like people just not thinking when it comes to like getting a new car or buying something extravagant, like they don't think that far ahead because they want financial independence, but they start setting themselves back to the exact opposite of financial independence. Now you're out here asking for loans and stuff. So with that in mind, just understand it's okay. It's okay to not have the flashiest, fastest, nicest car. Like, it's okay. Like, don't be a victim to peer pressure thinking you have to keep up with everyone. Because a lot of these people are doing what I'm telling you right now. They just fake it until they make it, putting their entire life savings on a car they can't afford. But just do with that information as you will, man. But other than that, that's literally all I got. I'm not gonna lie. That's all I can think of. But yeah, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and I'm gone.